Snow has fallen. I am cold, but I did receive my Letterboxd yearly review. You know, like one of those Spotify or whichever platform you're using. So we're gonna talk about that. I watched 537 films last year. A lot of them were short films, to be fair, so keep that in mind. But it's definitely what I'm kind of aiming for, which is slightly more than one a day, which is also what I will be trying to do this year. I definitely feel like it was the year where I was most excited about watching films in my life, the most passionate. I saw my reviews from, not reviews, but the yearly reviews from previous years, and it was around 200, something like that, just getting really started, but now full throttle. My most watched actor was, surprisingly, because I'm not a super huge fan of Willem Dafoe. I mean, he's a great actor, but it's not like I watch films just to see him, but he just happened to be in a lot of the films I saw, which is pretty funny. Last year it was Al Pacino, which was pretty deliberate, and I mean 2024. But yeah, my most watched director was Krzysztof Kieślowski, which makes perfect sense. I did decide to watch all of his films. I still haven't seen all of them, I think, but I've seen definitely most of them. And you know, the Decalogue is 10 small films, which is why I think it counts as the most viewed. But it also makes sense on a personal level. If you're curious about that, the day I saw the most films was Sunday, which makes perfect sense. But here's something interesting. The first film I saw was Mulholland Drive, and I consider that a beginning of maybe, let's say, a passion for film. And the last film I watched was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I already told you that. Here you can see the milestones, the thing they show. But let's talk about this year, 2026, which I started by watching an amazing film, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, a crazy film. Without telling you what it's about, it's one of those stories that I very much, I don't want to say relate to, but I always feel touched by. Something similar you might see in La La Land, which is not saying that those films are similar, but if you watch them, you might understand what I mean. Then of course, naturally, what do you do? I watched Ratatouille. Who doesn't like Ratatouille? Come on now. But I saw it in French, which was interesting. But then I saw Quarted by James Ivory, directed by James Ivory. Not very interesting film. If you are a consumer of Isabelle Adjani, then you know, she does her thing in this. She screams a lot, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, that was my year in review. Let me know what yours was. Yeah, unfortunately, the aspects of going into town to Paris and showing you around isn't very nice right now, because there's tons of people that came for the holiday and for the New Year's, and it's very cold. So soon